Hello, hello! Have you ever wondered what a combination of two legendary puzzle games, Tetris and Lemmings, would look like? Yes? No? Never mind, because VideoGaming Fire is here with a video review of a puzzle game which combines together the elements from these two legendary games and adds up cute little animals called MouseCraft. Can such combination even work and make a good game? Can you find any story there that would provide solid background for this original idea in the game? What other refreshing ideas can one find in the game? Does the game have a good user interface and interesting level design? Won't it make your brain cells boil because of being overly difficult? Isn't the game spoiled by inaccurate controls? And won't it become repetitive too soon? Will you be pleased or disgusted by the game audio visuals? Is the game suitable for family playing with your children? Just stay with me for the next few minutes to get all essential information about MouseCraft. Let's start with the story. One would not expect anything special from a puzzle game, would be? And you would be right here. In short cutscenes you will find out that you need help Schrödinger, the crazy cat scientist, in completing his mysterious mice-powered machine. You will also see a few cutscenes as you progress through the game that slightly develop the story, but overall it is one of these games where the story is present just to be there. Let's get to something more interesting and have a look at how the game is played. At first sight, the game looks like a 2D side-scrolling platformer. But you won't control any hero here, but release the 3 mice from the spinning wheel to the track once you are ready. The only thing that they can do is to go straight forward until they hit some obstacle which changes their direction. So, in the classic Lemming style, you need to navigate them not to lose them because of dying by various kinds of death. Unlike Lemmings, mice do not have any special abilities that could be used to help their fellows. Instead of this, you need to use the determined number of Tetris-shaped bricks to modify the track so the mice are able to successfully get to the cheese on its end. This sounds rather simple, doesn't it? First few levels serve a classic tutorial where you learn the basic game principles. There is a track that your mice need to pass. The track consists of blocks and the basic rule is that the mice can climb over one block and can fall down from max 3 blocks. You have a determined number of classic tetrominos at your disposal to modify the track, so all mice can reach its end. By classic tetrominos I mean 4 blocks long tetromino of I shape, 3 blocks long L shape and its reverse variant one, square that is 2 blocks long in both directions, Z-shape, also in reverse variant, which is 2 blocks tall and 3 blocks wide, and T-shape, which is also 3 blocks wide and 2 blocks tall. You can rotate each of them like in the classic Tetris game to achieve the requested shape and fill the space on the track so the mice can cross it. Except for simply passing the track, the mice need to also collect some items on it. The first are omnipresent blue crystals located on various parts of the track, and if you want to reach the perfect score, your mice need to collect all of them. So the first thing is to do such amendments on the track that will not only allow the mice to reach its end, but also to get through all spots with crystals. Sometimes you can modify the whole track before you release the mice, while sometimes you need to do the changes only after the mice reach some spot to change their direction in the desired way. So you just use the bricks, rotate them and place them to the desired spots, and once you are satisfied with your product you release the mice and do the potential modifications if needed during their walk. This sounds interesting, but it wouldn't last long, would it? So what other game mechanics are being served to make the game more interesting? First of them are the bombs that you can use to destroy the unwanted bricks. You can have some bombs in your inventory from the very beginning and the rest of you need to collect on the track in the same way as blue crystals. The number of bombs on the tracks usually corresponds with the number of times you need to use them, so you need to modify the track in a way to get all of them and use them on the right places to unblock the way further. The good thing is that the shape of the track after destroying the brick is easily predictable because the other bricks standing on top of the eliminated one fall down in the exact same way as if you erase the line in Tetris. Retoids are robotic mice that are the result of Schrödinger's not very successful experiment. They behave exactly like mice and you need to prevent them from touching your mice. For that you need to use the block to smash or block them. The other ones are the jelly bricks that are purple tetrominos that soften mice fall, so they can fall onto them even from the spots that are higher than 3 blocks. Otherwise they behave like classic bricks, so you need to place them carefully not to block the way further for yourself. And then comes the water levels. Your mice can stay just 10 seconds underwater, which means that you need to stack bricks so they will not drown. Last new stuff I have seen so far were the crumbling bricks. They have limited durability, which means that its tiles crumble every time when the mouse steps on it, and they fall apart after second mouse crosses them. Using them requires thinking even more steps forward as they change the environment in real time. And that's all I have seen so far after progressing through roughly 1/3 of the game. So I'm sure that there are several other refreshing ideas modifying the gameplay yet. How about the game difficulty and controls? There is no time limit in MouseCraft, the enemies can be easily blocked or destroyed, and the levels are short, so you will never need to combine many pieces of bricks to proceed through the several screens within one level. Thanks to the pause button you will have enough time for each action that you need to perform when your mice are already on the track. But despite all of this, the game can still be challenging for your brain. It will test your spatial thinking and the ability to think a few steps forward. The learning curve gradually increases as the level design serves you new features and combines them with the ones that you have already seen. It makes the game challenging, but after some thinking, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer, you will always be able to find a clear and logical solution to the situation, so MouseCraft will definitely not make you feel angry or frustrated. Hopefully, I mean. And if you want to make the game easier for yourself, you can finish the level with less mice reaching the end or with less diamonds collected. The controls are user-friendly and responsive. You can do all essential actions like placing the bricks, rotating and destroying them, releasing mice, pausing or fast-forwarding by mouse. The game is called MouseCraft after all. Okay, not very good joke. There is a grid on the background, so you will always see where the brick will be placed after your action, which reduces the number of accidentally incorrectly placed bricks to the minimum. And I cannot complain about the game interface either. The control buttons are located in the corners, so they are functional but not disturbing. Now let's take a look at the game audio visuals. MouseCraft has really nice pseudo 3D graphics. It's smooth, colorful, cute and detailed enough, so you will never confuse the game objects. I like the game perspective where you see the track with mice and other game elements in the foreground, while there is a crazy cat scientist looking at the progress of his experiment in the background and expressing his emotions based on the result. Good idea indeed. The graphics are also quite simple without any fancy special effects, billions of polygons and so on, so the game can be run even on low-end PCs nowadays. The music is relaxing with only a few music tracks, so the soundtrack is not something that one would listen to outside the game, but is not disturbing and supports the thinking atmosphere, so it does its job. The sounds are also nothing that one would get overly excited about, but fits the game. Maybe some sounds or excitement or funny one-liners would help to create a better game atmosphere. Okay, let's summarize it then. Has MouseCraft succeeded with the bold idea to combine seemingly incompatible puzzle genres as Lemmings and Tetris? There are many positives on the game. Original idea that works, adding new features as the player progresses through the game, good level design, gradually increasing learning curve, challenging yet not frustrating difficulty, user-friendly interface, and controls and beautiful graphics. I have not found many downsides there. Dull story, rather generic music, and the absence of some form of local multiplayer. Thanks to its easy accessibility, non-violent character, short levels and good puzzle design, MouseCraft is definitely the kind of the game suitable for family playing. The game costs €10 on Steam and GOG, and for this money it can offer up to 10 hours of fun. So it's up to you this time if you want to wait for some discount or not. I like the developers that have enough courage to experiment with genres and combine them into something new that seemingly cannot work. Crunch and Koalas have done a great job this time and realized one of such ideas almost flawlessly. I am therefore giving MouseCraft thumbs up and Video Gaming Fathers Index 8+ out of 10. Recommended. Thank you for watching this video review, and if you like it, please do not forget about thumb up and subscribing to my Video Gaming Fathers channel. See ya!